Wow. That just pissed me off. So, I picked up a shirt from Aritzia. That's the thing about me and making food, like, once I eat it the first day, the second day, I'm done with it. I'm over it. I don't want it anymore. Fun fact. Okay. Like, I think this is our biggest detriment, is this phone. Access is our biggest detriment as human beings. Hello, welcome back to another vlog. A really bad breakout, so please ignore that. I'm gonna cover it. I wish I had more of those star things everybody always puts on their face, because I would have that on right now, but I don't. So you just gotta see me all natural. I feel like, and you guys can tell me because you guys have seen me now in every different like phase, I just feel like I look so much better with curls than I do with my hair straight. But you guys let me know, do you prefer a straight lash or a curly haired lash? I'm always gonna prefer a curly haired lash. I love big hair. I'm back to embracing just the fact that I'm a black woman and I'm ethnic and my hair is naturally curly, and it is what it is, and loving that. Also starting to really nurture the hair underneath all of the extensions and stuff too, like my real hair, and like putting as little pressure on her as possible. So yeah, I'm like falling in love with curls again, and I feel like you've seen on the channel because you would see me kind of go through moments in the last 2 years, and now I feel like I'm consistently like braids, curls, twists. I'm here for the black girl magic. I just am. Hopefully this like heals soon because it looks really bad. It's like reminding me of like old school lash on my channel where I was going through like my hormonal acne phase, and I had acne in this area all the time, and it was so depressing. So I really hope that that's not coming back, because I kind of feel like I went through that shit already and I don't want to do it again. Every vlog there's noise. Yeah, welcome to another weekly vlog. I hope that you guys enjoy. I think it's gonna be a good one. I don't know what it is yet, but I think it's gonna be fire. Morning, Lexi. Morning. Okay, so I just woke up. I slept in extremely late today because I went to bed at like 5 in the morning doing like work stuff. So took up a lot of my time. So yeah, really good like strawberry milk matcha recipe that I've really wanted to try, because you guys know I'm a matcha addict. That's all I drink. I don't really drink coffee like that. It's kind of a one-off. I saw a couple recipes. I tried a girl's recipe from yesterday and it was not great. Like, I feel like I also messed up the recipe. I think I added way too much milk and it made the strawberry taste very faint, so I feel like I didn't taste it. And then I think I had too much matcha, and the matcha wasn't like mixed properly because my whisk died and I had to like recharge it. So I actually don't even think I recharged that. It's gonna be an issue today too. So 2 things. Sorry, I saw TikTok. So we're gonna do that. She used strawberry Nesquik. I didn't really grow up with Nesquik. These are another one of those weird things that I just, as a kid, never had. So I'm not gonna lie, when things like this happen, I don't feel very American. Like, there are some things people say, oh my god, remember when we used to do this? And I'm like, I had the Nesquik by itself yesterday, just taste test it. It was really good. It's artificial for sure. It says there's no artificial flavoring, but there's something in there because it definitely doesn't taste very strawberry. But I did it with almond milk. I actually went to try this whole thing with oat milk because I prefer matcha oat milk versus like oat milk matcha versus an almond milk matcha. But I ran out of oat milk. I'm running out of everything. And the matcha, and then I tried putting it in the freezer to make it colder because I didn't have ice cubes. Girl. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm really craving dough donuts. Ever since last year, end of the year, one of my coworkers, Amanda, bought it for us. Or previous coworkers, you're showing them? Yes, it's your lobster. Yes, it is. Here you go. Okay. Since she bought it for us, I've been obsessed with it. I had like this cacao donut that I'm just like, so I don't want that one again. I do want to try some other flavors that they have, but their donuts are massive. They're like basically like if a donut and a cake had a baby. They're so fluffy and big and delicious. And I just think tonight with some tea, that's all I've been thinking about. I have my Cha-Cha Matcha mixing bowl. I used a metal whisk yesterday. I only have a small metal whisk. I usually have a small version of this, but I think this might be too much, but this usually will mix it better, like a silicone whisk. So I'm gonna try a silicone whisk. Oop, girl. Wow, that just pissed me off. Sorry, I had to use a knife to get that off. This is a half. Just another, but then I'm like, should I do 1 teaspoon? Because even on the bowl it says half a teaspoon. Maybe I should do like 3/4. I'm gonna pour in some boiling water. By the way, how cute is my kettle? I got it from Mackenzie Childs. Beautiful, stunning. It's so me. It's very like cottagecore. I'm not gonna add too much because yesterday I added a lot of water and I feel like it watered down. This is kind of actually a lot, but I feel like it watered down the matcha a lot. All right, just putting my matcha aside. I'm gonna use this cup because, as I said, I don't have like a highball cup. This is the highest cup that I have. All of my highball cups broke, so I need to buy some. I need to go to CP2. Yesterday I did 2 tablespoons. I think today I'm gonna do 3, just because I feel like the 2 wasn't enough. So, and that's me being completely honest. So I'm gonna do. And this actually dissipates really quickly. So like this is not the issue. Those are 3 heaping tablespoons too. That is, you know, something. So I'm only gonna do it to like halfway. I'm gonna finish this. Yeah, here we go. That's good. Okay. Mix that around. As I said, this mixes really easily. Oh wow, look how pink. All right, this is already a better color. Yesterday it looked so white. I'm like, did I add too much milk? Like, what is going on? I'm just gonna take a little taste test. Way better. Oh my God, way better already. This is not for this. Would want to add ice cubes. Losing matchas. Okay. Oh wow, this does not pour well. What a mess. Another fail. The matcha part ruins it every time. And you can see it's not blended out properly. And I blended that matcha for like 20 minutes. I need to order like a bamboo whisk. I need to figure out my tools because this is not a frick to make this drink. Ugh. Cheers anyway. Okay, I just got back in from picking up my store order. I made it in store like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and they didn't have my size, so they ordered it for me. I just asked them to ship it there, and then it was cool because I was like, it'll force me to get out the house to also get the other stuff done I need to get done. So I picked up a shirt from Aritzia. I just got, the sale was actually quite, ooh, let's see if this can hold up. Their sale was actually quite nice. It was their winter sale. So I think I only spent like 30 bucks on this shirt. Yep. just a striped shirt. Nothing crazy. I actually got it a size bigger. I got the size medium because in store they only had the small. But now that I'm kind of looking at it, I probably could have just done with the small because I got a size medium in another shirt from them that ended up buying in store and being able to take home. That was a medium and it's actually a little bit big on me. But whatever. It's so cute. It's just like a nice classic stripe. And you guys know if I feel like I could like thrift these things, I will thrift them. But it's very hard to kind of find good striped shirts thrifted. I shouldn't say it's very hard, but I haven't been able to find it in the colors that I like. I usually will find like a color like green or red stripe or pink or something like that. And I just wanted a normal gray. So since it was not that bad and its material was good and it's thick, I was like, okay, pick that up. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna do like a fried rice with some sardines. I have been slamming back sardines lately, so. Oh, and by the way, I never had any of the leftovers of my soup, which is why I don't cook sometimes. It's because I make these big portions and I don't want to eat anymore after the day that I eat it. And it feels like such a waste of food. But yeah. I need to figure out what I'm gonna be making for dinner the rest of the week. But this was the first grocery shop of the weekend because it's Thursday. Tomorrow I'm hanging out with my two best friends. We're just having a movie night in. We're gonna order in. I have not seen them, both of them together at the same time. We haven't hung out since December, like early December. So it's now almost the beginning of February. So it's been a little bit of time for us, but we're gonna all get together and just have like a night in. I'm going to do that and then finish reading my book. I actually need to finish reading. There's 2 books on the table I need to finish reading. So I'm gonna pick one to finish reading while I eat this and drink my tea and just have a little me time. Been loving that lately. It has been good for my soul. I just woke up from a very late evening nap. I've been taking naps now at like, what time am I feeling it? Like 5 and then waking up. Usually like 4:30 or 5 and waking up at 7:30 and it's been dreamy. Just making my fried rice like I said I would. Obviously 2 ingredients you need. That's it. So simple. It's my girl dinner meal. That's not really a girl dinner because girl dinners are not this formal. Just some vegetable fried rice. Trader Joe's, why are all of you guys running out of this? Are you like, is something going on that nobody's telling us? I cannot get this at Trader Joe's. I couldn't find anything to re-up. I find them here in Jersey easy, but every time I go to the city, they don't have any of this bread. Mix it around and then add in my sardines. This is the Wild Pacific one or the Wild Planet one. Make sure your sardines are wild. I get them in olive oil. Don't get them in soybean oil because I used to grow up on that one, but my parents didn't know better, so it's fine. But I don't like things in soybean oil. Or you can get it in water. And then I like it heavy smoked, but this brand only does lightly, so I'm gonna have this. Knock it till you try it. My parents used to knock tuna fried rice until I made it and they were like, oh, this actually freaking slaps. This is like, if you like sardines, it's an upgrade. I don't understand how I cook one thing and my whole stove gets so messy with it. With pomegranate from TJ. It's all about the little things in life. It's about the little luxuries. That's what I'm learning this time around. Alright. Watching some YouTube. I'm watching Isabella right now. Love her. I just wanted to share because I just unboxed a package for Lexington. They sent the cutest note. It's from Wild and Fresh Treats. It just says, thank you, Lash. Hope Lex enjoys all these yummy treats. Thank you so much. So I purchased some and then she added in 2 extra ones. I won't lie, the shipping took quite a long time for me. But I got some rabbit feet There we go. Literally with the fur on, like the rabbit is very much rabbiting. Some green lipped mussels and some smelt. You want to try this one? I don't know if I want to deal with you having the rabbit tonight. Oh, this doesn't smell that bad. It definitely smells fishy. Like the fish is like very much still fishing. Like eyes and all. Oh. Yummy? Yeah, we're into it. Yummy. You like this? Okay, Wild and Fresh Treats. Okay. Single ingredient, so I know exactly what this one is eating. Happy dog mom. Only a few more, okay? They're probably really salty. Y'all ever be tempted to try like just a little? I'm not gonna do it, but I'd be tempted. No donuts. So I got 2 different flavors because I couldn't decide. This is the one I had last time and I loved it so much. The cacao nib with the plantain. It's like a chocolate. And then I got the lemon seed. Or no, ooh, the lemon poppy seed. I think I'm gonna do this one and I'm gonna have a little bit of tea with it. Let me get the kettle on. Oh my God, this is my song. I pray for someone like you. My life. I pray for someone like you. Woo! That's lemony. Good thing I'm not taking a drug test because, you know, if you have poppy seeds, you can come up positive on a drug test. Fun fact. Another gloomy day. This weather is atrocious. I'm gonna take Lexington with me. I'm gonna grab myself a scone at the local bakery. And then we're gonna come back and finish off this vlog with my ins and outs of 2024. Ow. Stop trying to be cute. Literally obsessed with my lilies. They're so pretty. I love them. Gorge. And I love how the little red things in the middle, I don't know what they're called, stems, seeds, whatever, like splatter red dust all over them and it makes them like, they're art. All right, I'm gonna get comfortable. I thought we would end off this video with my ins and outs for 2024. I saw this trend going around on TikTok, and some people did on YouTube, some people didn't, but I was like, oh, I love that, because I actually have a lot of things that I really would like to implement for next year, and then things that I just need to stop doing. I need to stop doing them. One thing I want to stop doing, logos. I'm all about quiet luxury right now. I'm all about, and you know what? I reach out to my friends that they're like, haven't you always done that? But maybe they're right. Maybe that isn't really an out, because I've kind of always been kind of silent luxury and like little things, but I really don't want to want it, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to change my mindset on what luxury is. Scaling my mindset back a little bit. I don't need to have designer shoes, designer clothes, designer furniture, designer, like, you know, like, social media really makes you feel like you need a lot of things, and I'm like happy to scale back a lot when it comes to that. I really don't like to, I also think it's kind of tacky, not gonna lie to you. I love to just see a well-dressed like woman or man and not really even know where their shit is from. It makes me go crazy to the point that I'm like, yo, I really want to ask her where this thing is from, but God knows. Gucci belt, GG. Even like fast fashion brands, the people that get Abercrombie and Fitch, and like the logo is like Abercrombie and Fitch, and it's like everywhere. Or Polo. Like, I have so many Polo pieces. Polo puts their name on all their shit. And sometimes, every now and then, it's cool. 90% of the time, it's just a little tiny bit obnoxious. And in my opinion, and if you like that stuff, you like what you like and do you. But I'm just saying what's out for me. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, whatever I still have, you know, like little logos like this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stuff that's like Polo, Ralph Lauren. Like, you're a walking billboard. Like, you guys need to pay me. Childish Gambino was onto something when he said that a couple of years ago. You need to pay me to advertise for you. I'm not doing it anymore. That's out. That's so out. Outside. Dress how I feel, not in niche. That's it. I feel like my style, I see an elevation coming up in the future. I see it. I'm so about dressing with how I feel. Like, the other day I was like, I want to wear a bow today. The least lash thing I've ever done is wear a bow, but I love bows. And you guys would never think that because you never see me wear any. But I like the little girly touches and stuff like that. I like that. I think this era of bows is like my favorite trend that's going on right now is the bows. I'm obsessed with them. Implementing a little bit more color would be great. I kind of touched on it in just like a little notation in my last vlog, but I've been really studying, which is crazy. I've been intrigued and like reading up a lot on like color theory and how certain colors really affect your mood, colors you have in your space, colors you wear in your body, things like that, and really just leaning into the colors that make you feel good. So getting a lot more color in my space is going to be a huge thing for me for this year. You know what, deep down inside, I like color. Like, I don't know when. I think my favorite colors to wear is always going to be black. Like, I just love how chic it is and how classic and timeless it is. I like to look put together, and black looks great on my skin tone. I just love the way black looks good on every single person. I just love that color so much. And I'm never going to stop getting things in black. But it's okay to get like something in pink or blue or green or orange. Like, I'm trying to tell myself that's okay. Also applies to like your space. I'm gonna kind of touch on that a little bit in next week's video because it's gonna be a massive like cleanup, and I'm gonna kind of dive into like my mental process into how I'm accepting what is. It's like everybody's doing beige and clean aesthetic, but it's okay if I don't do that. It's okay if I buy a colorful mug, and it's okay if I get a pink chair because I like it, and that's it. Like, not saying that everything I picked in my apartment I didn't like or I did because of niche, but I definitely do think that you are influenced by the things that you consume, and I've consumed so many clean cut, clean girl aesthetics, and I still love those videos and I will never shit on them. They bring me a lot of peace. But I slowly started to realize that that wasn't really me. It's fine because everything I got was white or beige or natural or brown, and I can build off of these things with color. These things were not a waste of money, you know. But now I'm like ready to start adding color back into my life, and an aesthetic doesn't need to be what everybody else has. Like, it just needs to be what you like, and create your own aesthetic. Like, do you. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And you're gonna start to see that in the pieces that I buy for the apartment moving forward. I'm over the clean girl thing. I'm like good on it. We all know I'm a clean girl. This is in, but it's always been in for me, but I want it to be in for you guys, is to read the materials specifically on your clothing. I am an advocate for thrifting. I'm an advocate for slow fashion. You guys know that. I talk about it on my channel. It's in the description of my Instagram. I'm really big on that. I was actually talking to my friend about this yesterday, and just like how much of a sellout like humans have become. We're sellouts. Like, the amount of money we drop on things that are not even made well is crazy. Don't have great materials, aren't ethically made. It's baffling. Mindset really started to change when designers were like charging $600 for a shirt that was made out of polyester, and I was just like, I can't even get 100% cotton. Organic cotton at that. I'm done. I don't know about you guys. I'm finished with that shit. Like, I'm not gonna say I'll never buy fast fashion again. I am not a millionaire. There's no way I can avoid that. Slow fashion is expensive. Ready to wear is expensive. Overconsumption is an out. I overconsume so much. I was like looking around my apartment, and I was just not happy with a lot of the things that I bought this year. Like, maybe it brought me joy in the 2 minutes of me unboxing it. But then I'm like, I have so many things. I've got to relax this year. I've got to reel it in. I don't need to be buying so many things. I have everything that I need. I have enough. And I have to tell myself that more often. You have enough. You are enough. Buy things that bring you joy, but just don't overdo it. I don't need 4 spoon rests because they're different designs. Like, one is good. I only have 2, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, I sometimes feel like I do that. Like, I'll overbuy things that I really don't need, especially on TikTok. Like, some things I'm happy I get, but you have got to be careful with what you consume, and especially if you know that you're not maybe the strongest, most disciplined person, maybe you need to like change who you're following. We are out with the everyday influencer. Literally watch who and what you follow. I'm piggybacking off of my last point. You are who you hang out with, so you are who you watch. Like, if that person doesn't align with your spirit, and maybe at some point they did, and then they got money, and then they got whatever, and now you don't relate to them anymore, and you feel like their lifestyle maybe isn't a great influence on yours at this time, like, it's okay to love them from afar and to catch a video every now and then, but maybe you don't want to make that be the sole person you watch. And that's just reality. It doesn't mean that you have to unfollow them. Reel it in a little bit and only watch them when it really is necessary, when it really serves you. And that's okay. Like, that is totally fine. In is repurposing. I'm really want to enjoy reusing, repurposing my items. I felt so good doing that the other day, and like taking something that was for my makeup and then buying a new thing for it and then using that now for my spices. And I feel like you are using the things that you have bought over and over and over again. It feels great. It's not a waste of your money. That's one. And 2, you're not adding to waste. Buy the things that you need. They're gonna make your life easy, and always find a way to reuse the things you have. And when it gets to the point that you simply cannot, because they do get to that point, then sell it. Give it away for free. I'm doing that right now. I'm actually giving a lot of things away for free because they've been up for a while and people maybe just didn't want to pay for it. And I just need it out of my space. So I'm happy to donate it to someone that really could use it. I have a lot of buy nothing groups on Facebook where you can just put things up for free. Somebody will pick it up and it's 0 cost to you. It's also a great place to shop as well if you're getting your first apartment and you're on a budget or whatever. I like to reuse the things that I have. I think it's important. Be happy with less, be happy with enough. I'm also gonna throw repairing in, that's in. I kind of spoke on this again with like the clothing thing, but things that are broken can be fixed. I don't know where we started this, like, and I don't know when this mindset started. It's definitely social media that when things don't work anymore, we throw them away. We don't just do that with physical items, we also do that with people, and that kind of sucks. For me, repairing is in, not just physical items, not just materialistic things, but also repairing relationships. And this is no way me saying to go back to people that are toxic. Like, if you're out of my life, you're out of my life. That's just kind of how it is. But I do think that when things start to maybe go downhill a little bit, it's good to maybe work out those things if you feel like that person means a lot to you, a friend, whatever, and seeing what can be repaired. If really you can't, it's probably great to part ways. But I think repair, repurpose items, I'm into that this year. I like want my heart to be really clean. Really look into doing that because I think life is really short, and it's a lot shorter than we think it is. I was talking to my friend about this last night as well, that we all think that we have our life relative to 100, right? So we think we're gonna live to like 70, 80, 90. But what if you only live till 40, 50? Does that change how you choose to live your life? Absolutely, because now your mindset is you're 27 or 26 or 21 or 20 whatever relative to 50. You've already been halfway there of your life. So now you're gonna move a little differently. You're gonna repair things. You're gonna take those trips. You're going to save that money. You're gonna eat the things you really feel like your body needs. And I try to live my life relative to my middle age versus what I think I'm gonna get, because in reality, the beauty and also the beast of life is that we don't really know how much time we truly have. In is, I gotta start eating healthy. I feel like this is an up and down on my channel, so I'm not gonna really go into it and weight and stuff, but I really need to start eating healthy. I need it. It's a need now. It's not a want. Every single time I've ever said it on this channel, I've always said I want to. This time I'm saying I need to. My life truly depends on it at this point. I've gone through a lot of health stuff this year. My body has felt a little bit off. It broke down a lot, and I do think I need to just repair. It's gonna take time though. I am 2 days away from a whole month of not using Uber Eats. I deleted it from my phone. Uber Eats is out. That's an out this year for me. I do not want to be using Uber Eats, DoorDash, any of those food delivery services. First day of the year, I had some Jollibee, so I'm gonna be honest about that. I Uber Eats it, and then as soon as I ate it, I felt like shit. And I was like, do I really want to start my year like this again? I had to like make a mental note, a mental check. And I was like, I don't. Not saying I don't eat junk food, that's totally untrue. But I have to force myself to get up and get it. Which a lot of times I beeline back to my kitchen because I don't want to go get it. So I eat what I have, which I usually always have something. But then sometimes I do go get it, and it's like, okay, you walked to go get this. You went into the city to go get it because you're craving it. It wasn't just like, I think this is our biggest detriment, is this phone. Access is our biggest detriment as human beings. Like, we are so attached to this fucking square block. Like, we're so attached to this shit. It's rectangle. It's scary that you could just, and it just appears. And you know why it's scary for me? Because I'm not a social media baby. I was born in '96. Like, I'm a 90s girl, and I just feel like we didn't have Uber Eats when I was growing up. Like, ordering food was like the only thing that I could really order when I was younger that would come to the house was pizza, and we used to do it on a landline phone. Like, my parents had a house phone. You know, every Korean parent got a house phone. I don't even see that shit anymore. Like, this is just every single restaurant, every shop, everything you want is at your fingertips, and it's so innovative and great. I love technology, but I'm also sometimes like, damn, we're a detriment to our own self. The amount of weight I would have lost last year, the amount of money I would have saved. I would love for Uber Eats to tally up how much I spent in a year and give me the number at the end of the year. They would never. If people knew how much they were spending on Uber Eats, DoorDash, all these delivery services, they would freaking delete that off their phone too. So Uber Eats delivery services is out. You wanna know what's in? Cooking at home. Cooking at home is in, which you're already starting to see me do on my channel, but I can honestly attest to the fact that I've had breakfast, I would say 90% of my month this month at home. I only went out today for a scone, and that was one scone. And then I went out to Black Seed Bagel maybe two weeks ago and got a bagel. There are some people that have breakfast at home every single day, and good on them. I stopped buying the matchas. I make them. Even if they're shitty, I'll make them. Because I can. Like, it's good to learn how to cook for yourself. I want to learn to make everything from scratch. I used to make everything from scratch at home, and I was starting to try to figure out like what was the downturn of my life, and it was definitely moving in and living by myself. And living alone is hard, especially when you come from a household like I had, where I have parents that make everything that they possibly can from scratch. Everything. Milk, all of that stuff. I've never bought milk at home. My mom would make it every single Wednesday. She'd make it Wednesday, she'd make it Sunday. And that's what I'm used to. And I watch some people's vlogs. I've been watching Isabella a lot, like I mentioned, I think, in this vlog as well. Her name is Isabella Juliana. I love her vlogs. They make me so happy. I just love to see her open up her mom's pot and show what she's making. I used to do that all the time on my channel. If you go back to my older videos, from when I really started my channel. And I look so baby-faced in them, but whatever. I miss it. I miss that aspect of living at home. I miss my mom's cooking. I miss natural food. I miss my dad buying and stocking up all of our supplements. Chia seeds, hemp hearts, cacao powder, stocked up every single week. Nuts, raisins, plums, all the fruit you could think of. And I miss that, and my body misses it too. And I was trying to figure out what was the difference, and it's just me. I don't have the cooking skills, you know. So now this year it's going to be about really trying to do that and trying to adult. My friend Christian always says, wake up. It's time to wake up. Like, that's a really big thing for me. Like, make all of my stuff from scratch. And I want to do it for myself, but I also for like my future, whatever I have one day, because I don't know if I'm gonna get married, have kids. I always say I really don't think kids are in my future, but I really don't know. But if that did happen for me, I want them to have the experience that my mom gave me and just have everything so clean and simple, from scratch, healthy. It's a bond I have with them that I really miss, and every time I'm home I feel so light. It feels so familiar because I go straight back into getting the things that I was accustomed to. And I can see it in my skin and my body and all this stuff. I'm just very different right now. I go back to my roots. I don't have that foundation anymore. It's in wish lists. I'm all about wish lists right now. I talk to all my friends all day long, so I know I keep bringing them up, but I have a good chunk of like core friends right now, and I'm loving learning about them, and we're growing together, and it's great. And my friend Lyselle and I were talking about some things we want to upgrade in our apartment, and the first thing I did was I put them on my wish list. Sometimes the things I impulse buy I absolutely love, and I'm so happy, and I wish I bought it sooner, and I would say a good chunk of the time I never use it, or I feel like it was a waste of money. So now I have to think through my decisions. I'm no longer allowing myself to just buy things as soon as they come to my head, because it's easy, especially if you have the money, to just be like, we're going to shop around, we're going to wait for discounts, we're going to do whatever we have to do to not be impulsive, and everything goes on my wish list. I have a wish list for different things. That's something on my wish list that I put at the beginning of the month, and now we're at the end of the month, and I saw my wish list and I took it off because I realized I actually don't even want this anymore. I could do this instead. And it's good to make inclined decisions. Break it out into categories. Wish list for Lexington, wish list for shoes, clothing. You can put that all in one section. Appliance wish list, like, do I need a dehydrator because I buy so many stuff for him, dehydrated treats, that I feel like I could just go to a butcher and dehydrate them myself. So that's on my wish list for a little bit, and I'm like shopping around for a good dehydrator. And it's also, you have to factor in where you live in your space. My apartment is pretty good size, but it's not a massive apartment. So wish lists are so in. I think they should be in for everybody. I think it really helps us to center ourselves. Pulls us back to reality. Procrastinating is out. I'm no longer procrastinating. Put off things for tomorrow that you can do today. My lack of discipline was a huge detriment to me the last 2 or 3 years, and this year I want to be disciplined in how I take care of my space, how I take care of myself, how I take care of my mind and my body, and procrastinating things just based off of laziness. And give yourself downtime every now and then, but I do think that sometimes procrastination can lead into depression, especially times like this where it's just a really disgustingly cloudy day, and we've had this type of day now for weeks on end. I think people associate spring and summer with being the best time of year because of the weather, because of the sun, but don't sleep on the winter. Appreciate the winter, because the winter is a time for rest and renewing your body, eating all the good things that your body needs, sunsets earlier, being cozy, staying in. Winter is that time of year. It's so special and so important, and I feel like a lot of people want to skip it, and I want to revel in it. I really do encourage you guys to get into a nice book or 2 or 3. Watch movies, sit on your couch with your dog or your mom or your dad, and just be okay with being at home and being cozy indoors, and just get that rest and relaxation. Hibernate a little bit and get ready for spring and summer, where it's time to go out and do all the things. He's in this year. He's in for me this year. I don't talk about religion a lot on this channel. I grew up Christian. Parents are specifically Seventh-day Adventists. I think I spoke about this, but there's a lot of new people now since I've spoken about this, so I'm gonna kind of just run through it again. I grew up with Seventh-day Adventist religion, realized through studying of my own, through speaking to people, through how I felt in my soul, that that religion was not for me. I don't really agree with the Seventh-day Adventist religion. I think it's extremely strict. I think there's a lot of huffle hullabaloo thrown in there. I think there's some things that I just think they do unnecessarily, and I don't want to be a part of it. I left the church when I was 18, 19. Like, as soon as I was legal and I was able to leave church, I didn't go anymore. And I have not gone to church ever since. And what I can say about that is my life has not necessarily been awful since doing that, but it hasn't gotten better. I think last year was my worst year, to be honest, with all of the accidents, freak accidents I was having. Floods in my apartment, 2 major floods in my apartment within 1 year, a couple months apart, where I like lost items, and like my bathroom was like out of service and stuff. And just so many stuff going on in my life, and I was just like, yo, to the point that my friends, my boss, who is now my friend, was like, if I didn't like know you were an honest person, I didn't have evidence of all the things you're doing, I would think you were just making this up. Like, I feel like we have to get you right. Are you cursed? Is there like bad juju on you? And I was starting to believe it too, because I'm like, these things just keep happening to me. What have I done? Is there karma? Like, who have I hurt? I really attribute it to just being kind of like not in a good spiritual headspace. Like, God wasn't the center of who I was anymore, and I was starting to feel the effects of that. I'm currently reading this book that's kind of bringing me back to the roots, and I actually read it because it was like a highly recommended book on TikTok. And I was like, I'm gonna read this book. I was currently reading We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han, just because I was so into Summer I Turned Pretty this summer, and I wanted to read the last book. And I was like, what's gonna be my next read? And I bumped into a TikTok. I think the theme of the book and why people buy the book is really to get like an idea on relationships, romantic, specific, and then like family, friends, and what your duty is as a woman and as a person on earth. But it's very God centered, and it really started to spark my interest into getting back into my spirituality. So this Sunday is actually going to be the first Sunday that I'm taking myself back to church. I've been reading this book. I've been watching a lot of sermons and I'm getting back now into studying the Bible. Like, I just want to like learn more. And I think the difference between the first time of being a person that went to church and was spiritual or religious and now is that now I'm not religious. Now I'm just spiritual. I don't really believe that there is one sole religion that is the be all end all. I've had this conversation with a lot of people, with my mom, with my friends, and I respect people that have a sole religion. I think you should believe whatever you want to believe. That's the beauty of Earth, is we're all so different, but yet we're all the same. For me, I find beauty in all religions. I find beauty in Islam. I find beauty in Buddhism. I think I'm very aligned with Buddhism. If I had to pick a religion to be, I would probably be a Buddhist. Find obviously so many things I love about Christianity. Just the idea of someone dying on a cross for me is so poetically beautiful. I really don't know any other human being on earth would do for another human being. Would you die for all of humanity? I don't know. Like, I think there's only one person that could ever do that, and he's up there. I think there's beauty in the Jewish religion. I love a lot of things about all religions, but I don't love everything about one. I think right now for me is figuring out what type of person do I want to be. Do I just want to be a spiritual Christian? Like, I think I'm always going to identify with Christian. It's what I was raised on. This is the year of exploring that and getting back closer with God and talking to him more and giving my house a great spiritual cleansing. My last out for this year is jealousy and complaining. That's out. Do not be jealous of things that you don't have. Shouldn't even really say jealousy, because I wouldn't say I'm a jealous person. I'm really a girl's girl. I'm a supporter of friends. I love to see the people around me win. I always have been like that, and if you know me, you know that. Like, I always celebrate people in their brightest moments. I believe the sun will come up every single morning, and if it comes up for your friend today doesn't mean it's never coming up for you again. Like, you have tomorrow or the next day to get yours, and you really need to just celebrate people and mean it when you celebrate people and be happy for them genuinely. But jealousy, I think, comes from social media a lot and seeing people my age maybe doing better than me, and I think we need to stop doing that. We need to stop taking things at face value. A girl had posted, I'm sure you guys saw this video on TikTok. She posted, it was just basically venting and saying, like, please bring back apartments that have separate rooms. And I was like, wow, wait, that's my apartment. Like, my apartment, the way that it's kind of sectioned out, which you guys know, is every single room, it's to itself. So it keeps smells in, it keeps everything in. Like, if I'm burning a candle in the bedroom, I can't really smell it in my living room and stuff. Like, I'd have to bring it out here. Hated that concept, because everything I see on social media is open concept. People have the white pillar in their apartment. They have the floor to ceiling windows. They have the white island that goes into the living room, that goes into the hallway, that goes into the, and you're just like, you see it 50, 60 million times a day. You want it so bad. You want it so bad you don't even know why you want it. And it's really just direct response. It made me so happy to hear somebody say that they wanted something that I had, and it made me think to myself, there are millions of her that want what I have. There are millions of people that are sitting in their parents' house that want to move out so bad. They probably don't have the funds. They probably have a responsibility to their mom or their dad because their mom and their dad are single and they don't want to leave them. They probably can't live by themselves yet and they're not in the best mental space, whatever it is. But they look at me and watch me on YouTube or watch me in society or moving around or speaking about what I have, and are like, I want that so bad. And I'm sitting here and I want what that person has. I want the floor to ceiling windows. I want the apartment that's glistening white. And I just was like, no. Like, seeing somebody complain about how they hate open concept was so confusingly beautiful. I was just like confused because I'm like, girl, you have the most beautiful apartment I've ever seen in my entire life. I would die for that apartment, and you want what I have. You want everything to be sectioned off. And it just goes to show that we're just like never pleased as human beings. I have such a love-hate like relationship with this place. It's my first place, you know. It's the first thing I've ever had, and I'm always gonna remember my issues that I've had here. I'm still learning so much. I'm growing up here. Learning about my finances, learning about the things that make me happy, learning about my tastes, and I need to start enjoying what I have, the present, and really being grateful for the things that are around me that I'm able to consume in and buy and purchase and love and enjoy, because there is somebody around the corner that wants it so freaking bad. That is so out. No more CC, no complaining and comparing. My last in is be outside. I was watching back vlogs the other day because I was trying to motivate myself to get back here on YouTube, and I had to watch my older vlogs to do that. Last year I posted 5 times. I made 5 videos in 365 days. That's embarrassing. Like, some people are doing 5 videos a month. I did 5 a year. I was so detached from my life. I wasn't mentally present. And that showed in every single thing that I did last year. I was angry last year. I was always trying to cuss people out and fight. It was like not good. Like, I was not in a good mental headspace. Be outside. I need to start doing things again. I realized I don't have extracurricular activities. And even though I have great friends, when we hang out, it was always like go to dinner or go to the club or like whatever. Like, we'd go dancing. But those things are nice to be sprinkled in, but they shouldn't be the ethos of who you are and the essence of like what you do when you're outside. I want to start going to museums again. Watching my old vlogs made me see how much my channel has flipped. And I know you guys love home content, and I am a home content hoe. Like, I love me some home content. I love watching people just in their house cleaning or watching shows, eating, whatever. That brings me comfort because that's what I'm doing. But I'm gonna look back at my life, and it's a scary place out there. Like, New York City is not safe, let's be real. I try to be in as much as I can because of that too, but I do need to start enjoying the pop-ups, enjoying the concerts, enjoying the little luxuries of life, going to a coffee shop to just have a nice coffee, not to necessarily do it all the time and spend unnecessary money, but just to take in a different environment. Going to my friend's house, my friends and I, we literally hung out the other day. All we did was have a bottle of wine, play games, and chat. They're like my 2 best friends. We did that from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. Lessington was with me. It was so nice to just talk. Like, I'm so here for game nights. I'm here for little things, but I just need to not be home all the time. Go to bars and just sit by myself and have like a nice cocktail or whatever. You just need to live your best life. You need to do it outside. Like, we need to go outside this year a little bit more. Like, I'm gonna be home, but I just need to be outside a little bit more. So that is in. Experiences are in. Traveling is in. I need to take a trip. I need to go on the beach. I need sand in between my toes. I need salt water in my mouth. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, this is what I need for 2024. Sure, there's a million more ins and outs that I could have listed. If I forgot anything that I'm like, oh shoot, snap, I should have said that, it's on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I never say that. I should probably sprinkle those stuff in more. I just always assume that if you really fucked with your girl, you would just subscribe. So I don't feel like I gotta say it every video like everybody else. Love you all so much. I really appreciate your support, comments, love, the DMs. A couple of you, I spoke to a lot of you guys this week. Wow, the DMs really came in to the point that I was like, I'm not really attached to Instagram, so if I don't message you back for like a week, don't think I'm never gonna message you back. I will. I'm just not a social media girl. I think I've chatted enough. See you in the next video. Mwah.